Good morning, Standard 5 students. Today I'll discuss some revision questions and some notes. So let us see chapter 2, health and hygiene, some points that is very important for you. So let us start. Revision questions, Standard 5, health and hygiene. So first we will see this chapter is health and hygiene, but food and its components also you have to know. So food and its components, the various food items which they have 5 major components called nutrients. So what are nutrients? Nutrients are the 5 major components present in the food which we eat. They are carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. So let us see one by one about these all nutrients. First is different food groups. So food is divided into different groups according to their utility. Like fats and carbohydrates are energy giving food. So let us see about the energy giving food. Fats and carbohydrates provide energy to do work and are called energy giving nutrients. So the food which we eat, like the main food items, rice, wheat, potato, sugar, chocolate, fruits, breads, and in cereals, whatever cereal that is our main dish in our diet, these provide us energy. So carbohydrate is energy giving food. Now fats also provide us more energy than carbohydrates. They are found in butter, meat, cheese, vegetable oil, nut, milk, ghee and cream. But we should take fats in less amount, because if you will eat too much fat and you will not use that energy, then it will store in your body and it will make you fat. So it can cause you obesity and many types of diseases also, like diabetes, heart problem. So we should not take fat in large amount. Next group we will see, you can see the picture also, carbohydrates and fats. Carbohydrates, bananas, potatoes, rice, wheat, nuts also some. These tomatoes and many fruits also contain carbohydrates. Fats like fish, nuts, oil, butter also, milk also, avocado also, these all contain fats. Now next we will see about the body building nutrients that makes our muscles and tissues, and they repair also our body. So proteins are essential for growth of the body and building muscles. So muscle building work and tissue making work is done by protein. So it is very important for the growth of the body, especially for the children. Those who are growing children, they need more proteins than the older one. So the rich source of protein are meat, egg, fish, cheese, pulses, soya beans and fish. So children should take more amount of protein rich food. Next we will see proteins figure. You can see nuts, fish, chicken, meat, eggs and different types of nuts also, seeds also, that contain too much amount of protein. Different pulses also contain large amount of proteins, like rajma, soya bean, they contain large amount of protein. Now next we will see about protective nutrients. So vitamins and minerals, these are required in small quantities by the body to be free from illness and to be fit and healthy. So it is not required in large amount, but you should eat these vitamins and minerals so that you can remain healthy, so that no disease can be caused. It prevent, you protect it from diseases. So it protects, vitamins and minerals protect us from many different types of diseases. Minerals help in growth and development of the body. So it is very important already, although it is required in very less amount, but if you will not take vitamins and minerals, then it can cause you many deficiency diseases. So which they are found in green leafy vegetables, fruits, fish, milk, egg, etc. Now let us see about vitamins and minerals, what food items are there. You can see different types of fruits and vegetables are included in this picture. Carrots, many types of cabbages, coconut, different types of fruits and vegetables contain vitamins and minerals. So you must include all these vitamins and minerals in your diet. disease. Now disease. It is the condition in which body does not function properly. When you don't feel good, na, then you are telling that means I am not feeling good. That means your body and mind is not working properly and you have some problem internally. So disease are of two types, communicable and non-communicable. So there are different reasons for the occurrence of diseases, like lack of cleanliness. If you will not remain clean, your clothes will become dirty, you will not take bath every day, you will not maintain your personal hygiene. And improper sleep, if you will not take late at night, you will not sleep. Then also, and rest, you will not take proper rest. And lack of nutrients in our diet, that is deficiency diseases, mainly vitamins and minerals. If you will not take proper amount of this food nutrients, then you can get many types of diseases. So two types of communicable and non-communicable diseases. Let us see what are they. So first we will see non-communicable diseases. So diseases that do not spread from one person to another are called non-communicable diseases. That means if you have that disease, you cannot spread it to another person, you cannot transfer these diseases to other person. Some are caused by heredity or lifestyle, that means from the parents you can get, and some by your poor lifestyle. You will not sleep on time, you will not wake up in the morning, you will not do any exercise, then it can cause you disease. And some are caused by deficiency of nutrients in our diet, that we have already discussed. If proper amount of a balanced diet, a proper amount of all the minerals we will not take in our diet, then it can cause you problem and it can cause you disease. Now next is non-communicable diseases. So diseases that is spread from infected person to others through air, water, food and direct contact are called communicable diseases. So you can, if you have any type of disease and you can spread it to other person can get infected from you, then it is called communicable disease. It can spread through air, from air also, like cough, common cold, when you will cough, then it can go to another person. Germs can transfer with the droplets to other person. Water also, if dirty water, contaminated water you will drink. Food also, infected food and contaminated food you will eat. And direct contact, that means the person who have the disease, with them if you will come in touch, then also you can cause this disease. So these are called communicable diseases. Now diseases that spread through air, some examples I have given for you so that you can learn. Meningitis, measles, viral fever, common cold, chicken pox, polio. Next is diseases spread through contaminated food and water. Typhoid, cholera, jaundice, dysentery, diarrhea. Next is diseases spread by insects, malaria, filaria, chikungunya, dengue. And after that we will see diseases spread through direct contact, when you will come in contact with any person. Measles, common cold, chicken pox, ringworm, eczema. Next, preventing communicable diseases. How can you prevent? So to prevent communicable diseases, we must maintain personal hygiene, surrounding hygiene, and we should take vaccines. That means personal hygiene means you should wear clean clothes, you should take bath every day, and your body should be very clean. And surrounding means where you are living, the nearby areas outside your house also should be very clean. And we should take vaccines on time to prevent the diseases. Vaccines are the injection that is given to prevent many types of diseases. So on time you should take all these vaccines. Now next is revision questions. Some question I have given you so that you can do these questions and learn also. So first is question 1, define this. A is roughage, the undigested part of the plant food that add bulk to the food and helps in digestion is roughage. The undigested part means this part cannot be digested, the roughage cannot be digested by your body, but increases the amount of food that you take, and it will be easy for the intestine to pass it through the, pass out these to the outside the body. So it helps in digestion. It increases the amount of food and helps in digestion, that is roughage. Now next is balanced diet. A diet which includes all the 5 nutrients in adequate amount. Okay, so balanced diet is a diet in all the 5 nutrients is equally important for your health. If you lack any type of nutrient, you can get disease, that is called deficiency disease. And amount should also be very adequate, very proper amount, otherwise you will take carbohydrate too much and you will not take proteins, then also it will not work. So you have to take all the nutrients in proper amount also. So you can see the balanced diet given in this figure. What kind of balanced diet? Fruits are also there, vegetable is also there, meat, fish is also there, and green leafy vegetable is also kept here. So all these different food items, pulses are also there. So carbohydrate, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals all are included in this diet. So it is called balanced diet. Now let us see about the next definition of communicable diseases. So a communicable disease is an illness due to a specific infectious biological agent or its toxic products capable of being directly or indirectly transmitted from man to man. A man can transfer a disease to a man, or from animal also you can get. Man can get from animal also, or from animal to animal. Animal also can transfer one disease to other animal, or from the environment, like you have seen that through air, water, food, etc. to man. So what is communicable diseases? It is a specific infectious disease. It can get from infection from others. Now vaccination. The process by which vaccines are given as injections or orally to prevent infection by the disease. So like polio drops. Now polio drops are is also a type of vaccine that is given orally to the little child, so that they cannot have polio. So many other vaccines we are taking through injection. You can see in the picture also, the child is taking vaccine through injection. So vaccines prevent us many types of diseases and protect us. Next we will see about question number 2. Give 2 examples of each. First number, a communicable diseases. So chicken pox and cholera, these are highly chicken pox is highly contagious disease. When you come in contact with the person who have chicken pox, then you can also get. You can see in the picture also, the child has chicken pox, whole face and body is covered with small red color spots. Now next is sources of fat, nuts and oils. They have large amount of fats, so we should not eat in large amount. Next we see sources of roughage, apple, broccoli, that means green vegetables and fruits. Deficiency diseases, 2 deficiency diseases, goiter, rickets. You can see in the picture the neck region has swollen due to the lack of iodine. You have read also. Rickets, you can see due to vitamin D, lack of vitamin D. You can see the bones become very weak and the leg become bent. Next is name the diseases caused by the deficiency of the following nutrients. So deficiency of vitamin A causes night blindness, that a person cannot see properly at night. Mineral iron, anemia, lack of hemoglobin in the blood. Vitamin B, beriberi. Vitamin D, rickets, that I have explained, bone become very weak. Choose the correct option, question number 4. So first is malaria is spread by, which option is correct? Malaria is spread by mosquito. So option C we will tick here. Okay, malaria is spread by mosquito, that is Anopheles mosquito. So we will tick here mosquito, C number option. What gives more energy than carbohydrates? Which food item, which nutrients give us more energy than carbohydrate? In this also we can tick C number, because we know. So that is fats. Now next we will see about choose the correct option. The deficiency of vitamin C causes. So we know that deficiency of vitamin C causes scurvy. Here option A is correct. So we will tick option A. Now question number 5. Diseases that spread through infected food and water. Tuberculosis, typhoid, malaria. So we know that typhoid is spread through contaminated food and water. So that is Option B. Now next we will see that it is over and we will meet in the next class. Thank you students. Thank you all of you. We will meet again